I am Kathy Sizemore Anderson. My dad, Preston Sizemore, came back into the business in 1972. He stepped into the role of president of Sizemore. He had worked in the business, in the company. If somebody was out sick and we needed a patrolman and Dad was home from college, he stepped into that role. My grandmother was getting up into age. Grandmother asked for him to come back. So Dad, as the youngest, stepped in. At that time, there was 90 employees. We were not branched out into other divisions or into other cities at that time. Dad and his brother, Pat, were able to do that. We went to Columbia, South Carolina. We went to Macon, Georgia. We went down to Savannah and to all these little towns in between because we had security, and that was our main focus at the time. In the early 70s and the mid 70s was still security. We eventually got into staffing. We saw that need and we could fill it because we might have a security guard that had a wife who could answer the phone, or we had somebody that we didn't need in our office, and maybe we tried to help them find a job. And so we saw a need to fill spots in plants because that's where we focus, in the manufacturing plants for security. So we got into the staffing. After a while, we got into janitorial, and really that was kind of a fluke. Our insurance man at the time, Roy Scarborough, knew of a company that was getting ready to go out of business. So they looked at it and we thought, well, we could go into a plant, we could secure that plant, we could staff that plant, and then we could go in there and clean that plant. So we could offer 3 services to a site and hopefully either get all 3 or get 2 or get 1. My dad got us to a different level than we had been with our grandmother. One of her main goals was that she earn enough money that she could send her grandchildren to college. Well, that carried on into my dad. He was able to make sure that the second generation was able to get to college. There's been several grandchildren along the way that have gone to college because of what she started, what my dad and his siblings, his brothers, his sister were able to do. And we're very thankful for that. They set the bar. They set the example of what Preston and I have to do for the next generation.